everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XL. Alright, welcoming you back to another exciting episode of Check This Out. The show we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at. Be a troll deck, rogue deck, casual deck, or meta deck. We have ourselves a good old time playing it. Today we're taking a look at something I was very happy to see. It's some support for the Koala archetype. It's one card, but it's still supported. We're going to be taking a look at some Koala goodness, summoning out the big Koala, using a lot of cards to summon this guy out, keep him on the board a little bit, do some old-fashioned beatdown damage. That's the whole focus of today's deck. And so we got ourselves our deck. We're going to be showing off the combos and the wombos, the what-dos, the what-not-dos. We'll have ourselves a good old time, summoning out the big Koala, using our Verna Sylphs and things, using our other spicy little tech cards for some interesting plays, and have ourselves a good old time. So, we got ourselves our deck here today. We're going to be going into yugioh Pro, showing it off, showing how it works, everything it do. And without further ado, let's just get right into the action. I'm really excited to try this one out. It's going to be a good one. Alrighty, everybody, my dingoes and my ringos. I'm going somewhere this way. Yeah, it's a time for us for the first duel. Another day, another card game. And going second is fine. Honestly, with how our deck functions, going second is absolutely fine. Big Koala is an offensive-minded guy, if you couldn't tell from the stats. He's just all about going for the goal. So that's what we're aiming to do. So let's see, my opponent's got a set monster. That could literally be anything. Never know. It could be Morphing Jar. Could be Savage Jar. Could be any number. It could be a Shadal for all we know. But we'll find out in a minute, and let's see what we have here. Oh, an interesting assortment of things. Let's go ahead and start with Verna Sylph of the Seedling. We'll discard him into Koala. So let me get any of my monsters that happen to be Verna Sylph fairies. We're going to hit the Falling Mountains to draw some more cards. And we'll revive ourselves our big Koala. Just have him nice and big and strong there. Following that, let's go ahead for Verna Sylph Flowering Hill. Discarding our other big Koala, because just having him in the graveyard is always good. And we're going to go ahead and get this card. Verna Sylph Koala. Very useful card in this deck, as it provides us a lot of added benefits to our big Koala. You see, Verna Sylph Following Hills makes it so Verna Sylphs can't be destroyed by card effects. As long as I have Verna Sylph Koala on the board, all Earth monsters count as Verna Sylphs. Therefore, any benefit my Koala can get, we'll be getting from these. Let's go ahead for Verna Sylph Falling Mountains. Again, just discard him thanks to Koala. I'm going to draw another card, and we'll revive our boy. Revive the bear, because this can make it so my Koala can attack twice this turn. And this is like the easygoing combo, I should admit. This is like the easygoing part of this whole thing. And I could do more, but let's just go ahead for straightforward battling for now. I think we're good. I'm indestructible from card effects, and Bhutan might have that Booty, but he ain't going to be able to survive a big Koala attack. So we'll keep it nice and simple for this first turn. Nothing wrong with that. Got ourselves a nice start to what we want to do. And ultimately, this is what our deck is focused around. It's just get out the dudes. What is this? Bingle? What on earth is this? Is it a light fairy monster to the grave? Fairy types get power. This card's sent to the grave. Revive a monster. Interesting. Fascinating indeed. This is some sort of fairy deck with pigs. Fascinating. What does this do? Let's see. Sent. It's revived. And you can just get rid of a bunch of fairies to set continuous spells. Like another copy of Vingolf. Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have known. I should have known Avon to be involved in this. Alright. Alright, well that makes things potentially complicated. I don't yet know how complicated. That's going to be the tricky bit. Because when Diviner the Herald shows up, that generally means lots of big fairy combos. Or just Trias. It's literally just Trias. Okay. Trias is thankfully not that big. She is a little bigger than I am, though, so I'm going to have to do some snarky things to get rid of Trias. But at the moment, it's literally just sitting there in defense mode. Not a big deal. Not too big of a problem. Does Ava work? Oh, it also works in battle, though, doesn't it? Okay. But... oh. Coas Angel. That's not great. I mean, it's only using light, so that's not terrible, but still, that makes things a little complicated. But I have a solution to all this. You think I don't have a solution? No. We got ourselves a solution here. And it's with our boy, the Eucalyptus Mole. This is the new support for this archetype. It's actually pretty interesting because it not only supports big Koala, but Koalas in general. Because basically how this thing works, you summon it out. You can summon out a level 4 or lower beast in face down defense position to your board. Then he goes to defense. If Koala, or the Mole, I should say, if Mole gets destroyed, I can summon out a Koala from the deck, and he has the additional effect of making all of our big monsters even bigger. So, with this all in mind, let's go ahead, think about this real quick. There's two different methods I can go to getting rid of this. So I'm thinking, let's go for Vernalizer. Yes, we'll just go ahead and use Koala here. See what my opponent's got, because these do nothing. This is the only thing we need to worry about to some degree. So let's go ahead and get Vernasil Flower Buds, just in case I'm not able to do anything else against this. And we are gonna go ahead and, we're gonna a lot. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and get back our big Koala. Why the heck not? That's something, but we can't worry about that now, because you know what? I could go for the Starkey thing, just ramming Mole into my opponent, bringing out a Koala that'll be double as powerful. That's not too shabby either, but we can do better. We can do better than that, because we're going to revive this thing, the Earth Hex Sealed Fusion. There's a reason we're not playing the Desk Kangaroo. It's because this thing allows me to cheat out the Master of Oz right here and right now. This guy's got a 3,500 point beat stick. I got a 4,200 point beat stick. My beat stick beats your stick. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack into the Chaos Angel. Take that. What say ye now? Yeah, that's right. You think Chaos Angel scares me? I have a giant green kangaroo with boxing gloves. That's all you really need in life. Alright, so with that being said, I'm gonna hold off on anything else for the moment. I think we're okay. I think we're A-okay. Yeah, Vingolf will go to the graveyard, and that will revive, I assume, Ava? I would assume he's gonna revive Ava, just because they would then be able to link it off or something to get more fairies. That would be my assumption, but I could be very wrong. No, it's gonna be Diviner. Okay, that also works. Okay. Alright, revive the Diviner of the Herald. That's what you're gonna do. Well, this is fine. I mean, now that Master of Oz is on the board, I can discard my Vernasylphs and just keep bringing him back over and over and over again, whatever I need to do. So I'm pretty set right at the moment. I mean, you have Vingolf going off again, pretty beefy. Generators. Is this a generator deck? It doesn't feel like it. What does this do? This card's in the hand of the graveyard. Sending a generator card, summon this card. Summons another generator from the hand of the graveyard, except for itself. Interesting. I'm not 100% sure if this is generators or not. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like a crazy, some sort of angelic themed deck of some variety. I mean, they're running Buten and whatever, and like Hermir and Molsharmi Furvos. Okay. Fascinating. So you're gonna use Diviner, perhaps? Oh, you already used its effect. Okay. Gonna make Little Knight. Cool. Alright. Well, thankfully, Little Knight doesn't really affect anything at the moment. Little Knight only does things if they had gone into, like, a link and then linked into this thing, or somebody else. Right now, Little Knight's just kind of like, whatever. We're all set here, because I could do stuff, and I'll mention I do have Driller Beam. Driller Beam, unfortunately, doesn't work with Master of Oz, even though he's clearly a normal monster. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just go ahead and battle into the Little Knight, because I don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to overcomplicate things when you got the Master of Oz. That's just a rule. Alright, but let's go ahead. Activate the effect of Vernasil for the Awakening Forest. Gonna go ahead and ditch to the grave another big Koala just to get him out of the deck. And we're gonna revive somebody. Let's go ahead and bring back the Flourishing Hills. A little bit of protection from card effects. That sort of thing. That should be pretty good. And I'll set the Mole in case I need it. The Driller Beam in case things go a certain way. I think that'll work just fine. I think so, because we're in a pretty good spot still. My opponent surrendered. Alright. Well, it was a very interesting deck my opponent had, I will say. Very interesting with all those crazy fairies and things. And I feel like if I was doing more card effects and stuff, I was more reliant on that. But the Little Knight would have been a better play there. But it's neither here nor there. Master of Oz goes for the win. So, perfect understanding of what this deck is about. Just go for the Koalas, Go for the Master of Oz. Use the Vernisylphs to give your big old monsters a little bit of extra punch to them. And just go for the goal. That's all you really need to do. You know, we've got the Primite stuff as well, but it's all just culminating in Master of Oz beatdown. So let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show them more what this deck can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alrighty, let's see what's going to happen. We're going second again. Totally fine. Like going second with this deck just as much, although the Secret Village doesn't help too much for me. Dogmatika, as you say. I mean, it's a little annoying having to deal with this, but sometimes that's what's going to happen. Actually, funnily enough, I actually played a similar deck to this not too terribly long ago. Back during our 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I had myself a nice Charmer deck, combined with the Dogmatikas, combined with a little bit of this, so I can't really complain, because I've done this to people before. All I need to worry about is if he has Dogmatic Calamity, or Dogmatic Cobber. Wasn't expecting Dogmatic Cobber, but there you go, Albazoa. I did not run an extra deck to counter the Albazoa, unfortunately. I mean, I thought about it, and then I was like, nah. Because the extra deck was a little weird with this one, because we very rarely go into the extra deck too terribly much. So it's kind of like, I could have done certain things, but ultimately didn't feel like the need. Is this thing immune to links? Yes, it is. Okay. I was double checking. Alright, get rid of some extra deck stuff we don't need. And yes, we can make Invoked Mechagolambia. That is a nice card that we can use. I swear if you hit the Master of Oz, we're not friends anymore. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. If you look at your opponent's extra deck in this, and you see the Master of Oz, and you hit that, you're just no fun. No fun allowed, person. I mean, I understand, because it is bigger than Albazoa. That is true. Okay. This is why I left the Underworld Goddess, because I knew they'd hit that. Alright, cool. Cool. Now the big issue question happens to be, because I don't have a wizard in my deck whatsoever, so that's not a good sign. Okay. Activate Vernisylph. The only option we have at the moment. Let's go ahead into Vernisylph Flowery Buds. Is this a spellcaster? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring back our big Koala. Let's be beaten by... yes. I was about to say, will this actually work? Yes, it will actually work again. For we shall summon forth the Master of Oz. And you thought I couldn't summon this, you silly person. The fleur-de-lis. It's really annoying just because that's another spellcaster. Oh. Okay. Okay, you negate Albazoa. That sounds good. I'm gonna go beat over him now. I'm gonna go punch Albazoa in the teeth, if you don't mind. Now, unfortunately, there's not much else I can do at the moment. So long as he has a spellcaster and I don't, I can't play any spells, which is really annoying. But so long as this is all they can do at the moment, we should be good. Alright. There you go. And see, combos and wombos are great. But sometimes at the end of the day, all you need is a giant kangaroo to punch people. That's all you need to win a game. Alright, now that there are no more distractions, go ahead and activate our Primarch's Lordly Load. And we're going to go ahead and grab... I guess I'll get Driller Beam. Because why the heck... Actually, maybe Driller Beam was a bad choice, but it doesn't matter. My opponent surrenders. Okay, that was a quick one. Unfortunately, I only have time for 3 duels today. Otherwise, I'd do a 4th. But there you go. Our deck is working phenomenally well. I mean, yeah, the Primites are a thing, but thankfully they're not a big thing in this deck. I know some people think it's meta garbage, and it kind of is with Blue Eyes, but you know what? Looks good. Looks good. We've summoned out the Master of Oz not once, but twice. Now we just need to go for the Eucalyptus Mold combo, because it's a really neat combo with True King Lithosagem. And if I can pull that off, I'll be happy. I'll be super happy. I'll be happy as a koala in a big old eucalyptus tree. That's what I'll be. So let's go ahead. One more duel today, and go for the gold. Alright, everybody, our third and final opponent, the Fightin' Third Last Chance of Romance. Just check the timer. We're actually pretty short episode today, but that's just fine. Sometimes you just have a nice shorty one. So let's just see where it's going to go. I'd really love to see my Eucalyptus Mold combo here. Oh. Well, I need another monster, which unfortunately I don't have at the moment. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to hope. Well, gonna have to hope because I don't have the combo. See, there's a nice combo with Mole on top of Lithosagem in this deck, which I'd really like to show off, but I need another monster to make it work. You see, with Eucalyptus Mole, it's got a nice effect that combines with like the other Koala cards. Not that there's much of their cards to have, but you summon him out. You can get out level 4 lower beast face down. Works good with. I think there's a Nordic that works with that combo too. But a really cool thing you can do thanks to Lithosagem, pop a couple of moles or just any earth monsters. We'll summon out Lithosagem. His effect will let me look at my opponent's extra deck and banish 3 of their cards. Let's see here. They have to all have the different names too, so I can't just banish, you know, the most obvious things in the world. So let's banish these 3, I guess. Let's banish the more annoying cards. We'll go ahead and use for our Eucalyptus Mole. These is only once per turn, unfortunately. I wish that both moles would activate, but might be just a little bit too powerful, perhaps. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. But regardless, our Eucalyptus Mole now summon out our big Koala. And a nice added bonus to this is that until the end of the next turn, all non-effect beast monsters will get an attack equal to their defense. A really nasty ability to just give my monster... Oh, it was gonna give me so much big numbers. Curse you, Ash Blossom! Well, easy come, easy go. But that was going to be the combo. And I wouldn't have been quite game, but it would have been dang close. If I could have gone for Master of Oz again, that would have been even better. Because, while Master of Oz doesn't work with Driller Beam, I am fairly certain Mole works with the Master of Oz. It ought to. There's no reason for it not to. Regardless, let's see here. Alright, it's something. Let's go for our Lordly Load. I shouldn't have put it there, though, because now I can't Pendulum Summon. I cannot Pendulum. That's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead for Ether Barrel, just to thin the deck out a little bit. We'll go for our boy, the Ether Barrel. Summon him out onto the board. Do his whole shenanigans. I assume this is some version of Dogmatika's. I would assume this is some sort of Dogmatika deck. Just from the fact that, you know, the Garura, the Intis, the Omega. That just screams that this is some version of Dogmatika's. Or at least they're running the package. One of the two. Regardless. Okay, I see where this is going. I see what you're picking up, putting down. Spending so much time stopping me from playing, my man. That I think my opponent has just straight up bricked. Well, I can't attack anymore with this. Oh no, I could have. I could have put that in attack mode. It's not a big deal. Let my opponent have another chance to, like, get something started. That's fine by me. It wouldn't have even been game anyway. So, let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Got my big Koala on the board. There he is, looking nice and big. And let's see. Let's see what kind of ritual is going on here. Level 7 or a ritual monster. Add ritual spell. Cool. Oh, it's Nekroz. Okay, interesting enough. I mean, that would be really good if I was, you know, playing an extra deck, focused deck, but I'm really not. Koalas don't care about the extra deck except for Master of Oz. That is their only thing. Let's see, summoning Nekroz from the deck. Thinking here, can't attack, effects negated. That being the tricky bit. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Activate Fusion Armament. See where this goes. This lets me revive my boy. And then we're going to activate Forbidden Droplet, ditching Armament. So I get the effect, and I get to negate a Reptare's effect and reduce its power. And I get to revive my big old Koala. Alright, I can't attack with it, but that's fine. Let's see, can I do the effect of special summon monster on the field? This turn is totally fine by me. Let's go ahead and use our Primarch's Lordly Load. Yeah, activate our second Primarch Lordly Load. I'd like to get another Primite card. In this respect, Primite Scream. Which I remember lore-wise sounds like or something like that. I made a joke about what the sound of that is at one point, but I forget what I think it was just like some little itsy-bitsy screech. Regardless, let's attack into a Reptare. We'll knock that boy off of his pedestal. Or not. Nekroz Valkyrus. Oh yeah, the guy that negates things. Okay. He's the guy who negates things. None of the other Nekrozes have negates. Only he does. Regardless, let me think about this. but I can't use the effects of special summon monsters. So I can't do that, Ren. Let's see. I could go for Harmonize or Gradiel. It's an interesting notion. Maybe next turn. I think we're fine at the moment. I think we're fine. I think we're A-okay. I think we're good. I think we're Gucci. I think we're fine. Because, various reasons. Because I did throw in this Harmonizer as like a last minute tech choice. But it could be useful here. Because I can make 2 level 7s pretty dang easily. I can attach one of his water monsters to Harmonizer. And then she can't be destroyed by effects or by battle of water monsters. And that's like most of my opponent's deck. So, there you go. Alright, so what do we got here? Avance, the Swordsman of the Nekroz. I maybe should have negated that. Hard to say, because rituals are a tricky thing. Like, rituals and polymerization. Monsters of that nature. You can't really negate their summons so much. Not with this, anyway. So, we'll see where this is going to go. You'll see. This is going to be the tricky duel. But you know what? We have an early advantage. Yeah, I could have done more damage earlier, but it's not that big of a deal. And we should be okay. I mean, yeah, he's got a rebbed hair, but that's like it. Really, a rebbed hair is the only thing my opponent has right now that's any sort of difficulty. Let's see. I guess a rebbed hair could be a problem when I go into Harmonizer, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think we're still okay. Yeah, he's got all these fancy Nekroz cards with all their fancy, very fancy outfits. And their giant ritual monsters, but I have a giant Koala. I have the original Big Blue Boy. Even though rituals existed before Big Koala is bigger than most of them. So, well, that is not great, because now he can negate Driller Beam. This could be bad. Now he gets to banish a card from my grave, from my field, and from my hand. And he got rid of my Driller Beam, which I'm not a big fan of. At this point, it don't matter. Alright, so you're going to get rid of my one Koala. And my big Koala gets stronger, by the way. Thanks to my Lordly Load, all normal monsters get 300 attack for every normal with different name in the grave. So, just having one big Koala, every other big Koala gets 600 attack points. So there you go. Alright. I was worried about having to deal with a rebbed hair. I was worried about that for a hot second, but not anymore. Alrighty, now I just need to get rid of Trish, and all be good. So now, what can my opponent do? He's got crazy combos, and he's got Dynamundo. Card a card on the field and ritual in the grave. Shuffle both into the deck. I see. When the opponent's turn, tribute this card, target ritual in the grave, add to hand, or special summon it. I would assume you'd hit Primite Scream, but it's hard to say. You're running dangerously low on time, though. There you go. Okay. Hitting Lithosagium, not a big deal. Although I kind of don't want to draw into Lithosagium at the same time, but we'll see where this is going to go. You know, I hit him pretty hard at the start of this duel, but he's coming back, slowly but surely. Let's go for our third Primite's Lordly Load. Because why the heckin' not? Alright, so you're going to go ahead, yeah, Dynamundo. So activate our Primite's Roar, pay our 2,000 life points, bring out a big Koala. Blatantly in the same column, but I didn't remember that was imperm or not. Not that it matters. I only had one place to put it anyway. So let's go ahead and bring out our final big Koala. And then use Primordial here. Bring out another big Koala. Now, unfortunately, I can only revive one Koala at a time. Oh, I don't have a rank 7 that's bigger than that. There's very few rank 7s that would be bigger than a Erebdare. So, we'll see where this is going to go. I do still have Primite Scream, and I might as well use it next turn. I feel like now is a better time than ever to just play this. The minute my opponent tries to summon some combo starter, just going to negate the summon. Although, I feel like they're just going to Nekroz Ritual summon over and over again, and that's not necessarily good. I really need my Ayers Rock Sunrise. Once I get a big Koala in attack mode, and already it looks like I'm about to, I will be able to start beating over a Rebbed Hair and things, and I almost forgot about Primite Roar, because my boys can't be destroyed by battle this turn. And my opponent surrenders! Koalas stand together strong. Too much for the Nekroz. Okay, to be fair, he played his Nekrozes. Perfectly fine. You know, if I was extra deck focused, his deck would have been devastating to mine because he just would have summoned Unicorn, and that would have been just really hard to deal with. So, really good on us. We were able to outlast my opponent. You know, our koalas were standing together strong, and once I put them in attack mode, that was going to be all she wrote. So, let's go ahead for the end screen, and we'll talk more about this deck here. Alright everybody, so our big koalas, the Thunder from Down Under 2025 edition, did pretty darn good today. We got to do most of the combos that are inherent to this deck. We summoned out our big koala. We got to almost do eucalyptus mold combo, but you get the idea of it, so you understand how it works. We got to do our Vernisylphs for the most part. We got to summon out the Master of Oz like twice. And, well, we didn't tap into the extra deck much more than that. That's okay. It's really an extra deck in this respect. So, I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. I certainly did. I loved seeing, koalas getting some love. I'd like them to get some more love, but that's hopefully something we'll see in some point in the future. There's still a lot of still so many archetypes that need support. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to have all the good buttons down below as always. And here is our deck profile for anyone who wants to know what exactly we're playing with this deck. And we'll go over it shortly what its purpose is. So for our main deck, we run 3 copies of the Big Koala. You could get away with 2 perhaps, but I find 3 is just fine. Considering we're always wanting to discard stuff, destroy stuff to activate a lot of effects, and the deck focuses around Big Koala, so there you go. 2 copies of Truth King Lithosagium, nice emergency monster, pop a couple Earths, bring it onto the board, hit your opponent's extra deck, combos beautifully with Eucalyptus Mole. 1 copy of Vera, the Vernisylph's Goddess, nice little monster to interrupt your opponent on their turn. You know, you're reviving Earths during their turn. You get to, use the effect of your Vernisylphs, bring them back, give you protection, trigger off Vernisylph Full Bloom, have Flower Buds active, that sort of thing. And it can also steal your opponent's stuff, which doesn't always get to happen, but when it does, it's hilarious. 3 copies of our Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. Nice card just to search our Primite cards, keep them in rotation. Foolish Barrel, our big koalas, to keep them from breaking the deck up. All the good stuff. 1 copy of Vernisylph Awakening Force as another Foolish Burial sort of thing. A lot of sending our monsters to the graveyard. When we have a lot of monsters revivals, but, we could have also gone for more. But regardless, just another Foolish Burial thing. And it also allows it to double the attack of one of our Vernisylphs, which when we go full combo, means that Master of Oz gets absolutely massive. 3 copies of Vernisylph of the Flourishing Hills is our main searcher. Protects our Vernisylphs from being destroyed by stuff. It's pretty nice. 1 copy of Vernisylph Thawing Mountains, which can make our 1 Vernisylph monster attack twice in a turn, and it lets us draw more cards, so it's really nice. It's just a one-off card. 2 copies of the Earth Heckfield Fusion. This is how we make the Master of Oz, or our Invoked Mechalania. Very nice card. Just tribute monsters on the board. Fusion Summon. Counts as one of the materials specifically listed on the card. Really nice tech card. Really old school thing. Old school cool. 3 copies of Vernisylph of the Misting Seedlings. Just another card for our Vernisylph engine. Discarding it in an Earth monster, you get to add another Vernisylph to the hand, revive a monster from the graveyard, and it weakens all, all monsters on the field with 600 attack except for Vernisylph. So as long as you got your Corolla in play, it will never affect you. Even if it does, your big Koala is bigger than most things that are going to be on the board, unless your opponent's got like their biggest, baddest boss monster on the board. So we got ourselves 3 copies of Eucalyptus Mole, our newest member of the Koala family. Very nice card. If it's destroyed by whatever means, revives a big koala from the deck, makes our monsters bigger than ever before for a whole turn. Very nice. And it also lets us, it lets you bring out other beast monsters face down, which that could be pretty cool in a different build. Just didn't really, we need more koalas to make that really work out. We need more koalas. Can't just do Death Koala. We, of course, have our 1 copy of Ayers Rock Sunrise, Chumley's own creation card. Revives beasts, weakens my opponent's monsters. It's really nice. I like to play it at 1. You could play it at more than 1. It's up to you. We have things like Fusion Armament. Nice little card for reviving our big koalas. Makes use of all these sending cards to the graveyard. All we need to do is reveal the Master of Oz in the extra deck. Just bring back big koala. It can't attack for a turn, but it's fine. We can make use of that regardless. 1 copy of Wild Nature's Release is a spicy tech card. Again, makes a monster gain attack equal to its defense till the end of the turn. Destroy the end phase, but it's still big old numbers on Koala. Plus, if you have Vernalizer, Flourishing Bloom, and Corolla on the board, you don't get destroyed. We have 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet in case we have like a a lot of cards in the hand we don't need. Just discard stuff, negate stuff, that sort of thing. One copy of Drill Beam. Nice little card just to negate a card on the field, banish that card. And if I play more Primites, which I do, I have an Ether Barrel, but you can get this card back over and over as long as you have a Primite. It's not something that happens a lot in this particular build, but you could do it. Same thing with Primite Roar. Nice little card. Brings out a normal monster from the deck as long as you have no monsters. They can't be destroyed by battle to the end of the opponent's turn. And it has a nice graveyard effect. If my opponent summons something that's smaller than Big Koala, I can banish that monster. It's pretty nasty. One copy of Vernisylph's Koala turns all my Earth monsters into Vernisylphs. Lets me do Vernisylph effects for one less cost. Once per turn. It's pretty nice. And it allows Big Koala to just join the family and gain all the benefits off of our Vernalizer, get protection from effects. Vernisylph don't get reduced attack points. Go ahead and make this thing double the attack. Attacking twice. All the good stuff. One copy of our Pierce the Darkness. A nice little card that works in a lot of normal monster decks. Because once per turn, you normal summon or special summon a normal monster. Draw another card. And then normal monsters and monsters that are using normals as material to summon them, like fusion, synchros, and exceed monsters, will be able to gain attack equal to the attack target when they are themselves attacking. And I think it works when they are being attacked too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does. So, really nice card. I only play the one because we have enough draw and things of that nature, and it can be bricky if you play too many of this card. But if you want to play two, that works as well. 3 copies of the Primate's Lordly Load. You'll activate this card, search out one of your Primite cards that you're needing, then you can bring out a Big Koala from the deck or the graveyard once per turn. Locks you out of extra deck effects, not a big problem. It also allows your Big Koalas to get stronger for every normal monster in the graveyard with a different name, which is normally just the 300 attack points. But if you have multiple Lordly Loads, it gets even better. Then we have ourselves 2 copies of Vernisylph in the Full Bloom. Nice little field spell that plays off our Vernisylphs. Vernisylphs get revived. You can target monsters on the field, returning them to the hand. You have enough Earth monsters on the board. Everyone's going to get 1,000 extra attack points. And you can banish your trap card to bring out the Vernisylph boss monster for some added bonus. So, nice little field spell. It's not something we play as often, but I like to have it around just in case. 2 copies of Vernisylph in the Flowering Buds can balance my opponent's cards for every monster I have on the field that was revived from the graveyard. We revive from the graveyard a lot, so this is a very nice thing to just get my opponent's cards off the board, and I can banish it when I'm done with it to bring out Vera. And lastly, we have our Primite Scream. If I just need to negate my opponent's summons, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a monster summon stopper. As for the extra deck, a lot of things here. We got our Cross Sheep. Nice thing for when we go into our fusion monsters. Get myself more bodies on the board. Of course, we have some very basic things like Masquerena, Mrs. Radiant for extra damage. We have Little Knight to interrupt my opponent, Unicorn to go with our Masquerena. We have Underworld Goddess, which we rarely ever go into, but it's better to have it than not. We have Gaga Cowboy to edge out games. He's also an Earth monster. We have Heartland Draco, which can attack directly while I face up Spell, which I have quite a few of in this deck. And also, it's another Earth monster. We have Boguska, another Earth monster. Nice if I just need to stall out for a turn. Don't often get to make the darn things. We only have so many level 4 monsters in the deck, but if I need it really, really badly, I at least know he's about. He's about. We have things like number 11, Big Eye to steal my opponent's stuff. We have Mega Phantom Beast Dracosac for tokens and popping. And then we have our Harmonizer Grediel, which can, if I'm up against an archetype that's, or rather a deck that's all one attribute, I can detach a material from her, attach one of my opponent's monsters to this card as a material, and then I can't be destroyed by effects of monsters of my opponents with that attribute. Can't be beaten by battle by those monsters. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then, of course, we have our Double Zeus to go with all of our exceeds. And lastly, we have things like Invoke Magical Anya and our Master of Oz. Both big fusion monsters that we can make thanks to our Earth Hexield Fusion. I wish there was more targets for this. Unfortunately, there weren't. So, these are the ones we got. So, as for the side deck text, a lot of little things here. I'll go over them really quickly. If you want to try out your Clockwork Knight variant, you want to go for things like limit removal and perhaps a Cyber Dragon, Chimera Dark Fortress Dragon to go with it, just to really screw with your opponent. You have things like King of the Swamp if you want to play Polymerization to make Master of Oz even more frequently. Of course, you'll have to play like Death Kangaroo and stuff of that nature, but it's there if you find you need it. And it also kind of works like the Hexield Fusion. It counts as a whatever material you need it to be. So it's an option if you just want to make Master of Oz Turbo 100% of the time. There's also the Primite Fusion monster, which is pretty neat, but it's not really great in this particular build. It's better for a deck with a lot more normal monsters in it. We just have like the three, so in a different build, I would certainly say Nether Berzalus is good, but in this one, it's an option. You can make it, but it's not the best thing. There's also things like Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, nice little Exceed monster we just put on top of another if need be. Nice big beefy monster with piercing damage if you need it. There's like Access Code Talker, which rarely go into the extra deck, like you said, but having them be all end all big boss monster is never a terrible thing. We have also things like Fusion Deployment, just for additional getting out of big Koala onto the board. More Ayers Rock Sunrise if you want to revive things in attack mode more often. We have the Draw Bread spell, which I only put in here because it's a GX reference to one of the worst episodes ever created. But it's a draw card. It's not as good in this particular build because it requires different attributes, but yeah, if you wanted to draw a card, discard a card, it's an option. It's an option. There's also, of course, the Promite Fusion spell, which allows you to bring out Nether Berzalus, but we don't really play that as much. But if you're going to play the Berzalus, you need the Fusion spell. And, of course, we have another Forbidden Droplet if you need it. And then we have Dominus Purge if you want to negate your opponent's cards that include adding cards. If you want to stop your opponent from searching, this is pretty good because we don't play darks, we don't play waters, we don't play fires. It's all good. So that's today's deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Next time, I got a whole list of decks I got to work on. I'm thinking Goki's next. Maybe the Triamid deck. I don't know. We'll find out. But until next time, y'all stay safe and happy. Y'all have a good one. And until then, y'all take care. I'll see you next time.